Hello, everybody. You're now tuned into the inaugural podcast for, I guess it's the Beer Tunes podcast. Mm-hmm. And we're here with the show hosts, Jasper Kleinian, Jason Peaches Van Horn, and Alex Shields. And our special guest today is Jake Kleinian. We're actually at his humble abode in something called Washburn, North Dakota.
Gross.
We like to call it the F Shack.
It's a good spot.
We're currently somewhat intoxicated, I'd say. We're just getting a start. Yeah. Peaches is still kind of recovering from last night. Puked in the parking lot before he...
puked here, puked in the car.
Before he made his way out to old Washburn. I lost my phone last night, so I'm kind of a train wreck myself. This first podcast, we would like to start out by just going through, I guess, the show hosts, all three of us, our favorite music, what it used to be, and our special guest, Jake.
Yeah, don't forget Jake.
Who is currently wearing an excellent denim vest with
that's right.
Metallica, Patches, Anthrax, Megadeth.
Slayer.
Yeah, Slayer, yeah, there's that.
Oh, yeah, well, big four.
We're going to start out with just discussing our favorite...
Well, let's go into how this came up.
Yeah, okay.
So, this is something we've been trying to do for a while, and it kind of I started a group where we basically is like, what do you call it? Like a book club where you
exactly
give,
what it is.
It's just that, but with music. So we all get together once every 2 months with some friends, and we nominate albums and listen to them, and basically just discuss music. So then we figured, hell, we might as well record this shit and put it on a podcast for everyone to hear. So
well, and kind of how it came about too is, I know you guys, Alex and Peaches, were talking about doing a podcast way back in, I think it might even be high school.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of driving during the day at work, and I listen to a ton of podcasts, and I was kind of inspired to do one because I think they're cool. I listen to like Joe Rogan's. We're gonna kind of base this podcast. The general outline is gonna be similar to a Joe Rogan podcast, except we're gonna
not as interesting guests.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Jake's pretty interesting.
Jake is interesting as fuck.
Is this interesting?
Oh, God. Yeah.
I try. I'm sorry.
So that's the gist. That's the gist of what we got rolling.
We're going to go off on tangents, and as the alcohol consumes us, it's going to get probably even more interesting.
Burp on Mike?
Oh, yeah.
You can burp. Yeah, you can burp.
Well, let's get this thing rolling. Since this is the Beer Tunes podcast, we're going to talk about some music. And today we're just going to venture into how we got started listening to music, what our favorite music is, what we can remember from when we were kids. So, what's your first, Jake?
For me, what got me through high school was Metallica's Load album. I know you don't like that, but
I don't not like
that. Was your first? What Metallica wasn't your very first?
No, it wasn't my very first, but it means the most to me because it got through me a lot.
Well, now
in high school.
But when you were little, or do you remember that?
When I was little, yeah, a lot of like the Hermits, whatever Dad listened to, basically, like a lot of the oldies, especially what was that? I think he listened to Lobo a lot.
I had to download that for him. I'm pretty sure at one point.
Not a lot of people know about him. I hear him on the radio every once a year. I'd probably say, but I don't know.
Lobo?
And then Bobby Goldsboro would probably be another one.
Yeah.
Bobby Goldsboro.
Yeah, he's like an old 60s.
I sent you a message one day, the song Little Things.
You got caught not looking at it.
Was it like within the past month? Because if it's not then, I mean, I could easily forget. I was like,
this was probably like 2 months ago, I'd say.
Okay.
There's a guitar part in there. He's really very talented.
Well, Bobby Goldsboro was people knew about him in the 60s. He was a pop, that's pretty much what it was. And
like singles kind of
yeah, he did. He wasn't an elite album mind. We'll just put it that way. But
he had only one #1 hit, and that was Honey.
Really?
Right. Yeah, and Honey isn't that great of a song, but like Dad was obsessed. Dad always.
I still am
Bobby Goldsboro.
Yeah. Bobby Goldsboro and Lobo. Jake and I grew up listening to Lobo and Boston.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'll get into my first favorites later.
Boston was big for me too.
So what's
my dad?
Those would be my two: Bobby Goldsboro's greatest hits, and then Lobo's greatest hits. Those are my two first. And then what got me through high school was Load, because the song "Bleeding Me."
Oh, really?
Speaks a lot to me.
Yeah.
Yes, it means a lot. That song means a lot to me.
So this is kind of funny. So I've read.
Well, this guy looks weird. Bobby Goldsboro.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a sweet haircut.
It's
He looks Chinese, but he's not. That was his haircut. He's going for that Chinaman look.
It's a sweet fucking like,
kind of
it's like rounded off kind of.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know how to describe it.
It literally like it looks like the head of a penis.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'm not even
dude. He's got
and
wicked dome is what he's got.
Yeah, he tried to look like a Chinaman.
Yeah,
interesting.
Well,
Kind of like Hulk Hogan.
We can't confirm. No offense to Bobby Goldsboro out there if you are listening to this, but we don't know we don't exactly know what image you were going for, but we dig it.
Love you, Bobby.
But I was reading Keith Richards' autobiography, and he talks about they were back in the day they were all huge Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly.
Oh hell yeah!
And
Everly Brothers whale.
And Keith was saying in his book that I can't remember what the hell Everly Brothers song it was, but Keith couldn't figure out the riff. He couldn't figure it out.
Oh, I've seen that.
And he was talking to Bobby Goldsboro somewhere, and Bobby showed him how to do it. When I was reading this, really cool. it almost kind of blew my mind because I was like, Bobby Goldsboro and Keith Richards are not anywhere fucking near
the same
spectrum,
the same universe
at all.
But see, what Bobby had going for him, he could do chord changes like no one else. And I don't know how the hell he did some of them. I tried to learn them, and I just threw my guitar. I was like, I'm going to bed.
He's a lead guitar mind.
Yeah, he really was.
But
they say his career took off when he came up with "See the Funny Little Clown."
Yeah, See the Funny Little Clown.
That song makes me want to kill myself.
It's kind of depressing.
No, that's the thing. It's that depressing.
It's pretty depressing. Yeah.
Oh, it's sad.
He said it sold over 1 million copies.
Oh yeah.
Did it really?
It's a gold disc.
Yeah, I got the greatest.
It reached number 9 on the U.S. national charts in 1964.
Yeah.
Most of his songs make you want to kill yourself. Like literally, I'm sorry. They're that sad.
It just made me think of it. You guys are talking about clown.
Especially Honey.
And you guys mentioned the Everly Brothers from Kathy's Clown.
Oh God, that's
one of my favorite songs
banger.
of all time.
It is.
Just for all of our viewers listening, Jake and I are brothers, so that's kind of why I was saying. Yeah, remember when Dad was listening to Lobo growing up? That's because we grew up together. So just thought I'd clarify.
Good. We all know. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
What about you, Al?
Yeah, let's do
Al.
Let's do Al.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, let's do L.
like anyone, they're just
I'm down to fucking Al. Who are you fucking?
you guys
I'm listening.
really know how to treat a lady. No, I mean, like everyone else, basically, is I listened to starting out just what my dad listened to. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I mean, fucking Beach Boys, greatest hits.
Absolutely.
Beatles, one.
Absolutely.
You guys are more
Eagles,
versed in the
Chicago, Boston,
big classics than I am.
Doobie Brothers, like a
Oh,
motherfucker.
Doobie's greatest hits. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, all that shit. Bread.
I like Doobie Brothers.
I still like bread.
My dad fucking loves bread.
I know he does.
Bread kicks ass.
And they're bad.
You guys all know.
Just
You guys all know
the
Jason.
band?
You guys all know Jason Cobb, obviously.
Yeah, we
like
Jason Cobb.
bread.
Shout out to Jason Cobb. He's probably not going to listen to this, but
Fuck you, Jason.
He started podcasting in 30 years.
He loves Guitar Man by Bread.
That is a good song.
It is a pretty good song.
Hey, they were on Electra. Electra
Were they
Records.
really?
Yeah, they were.
Have you ever heard the cover of that song by Cake?
I have.
Wait, what song?
Guitar Man.
I think that's the one I've heard.
It's phenomenal.
But Bread wrote it. Gee, I didn't know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like the
It's a
original
Bread
a
song.
lot. But that's like one of my favorite Cake songs is their cover.
See,
and you guys know I love Cake. I talk about it every
You're a
day.
You're a cake
guy.
eater.
I'm a big time Cake
Cake's
eater.
not ska.
It's not ska.
That's
right?
not ska at all.
What are you high?
Maybe.
It's not ska.
I thought it was. I
Ska
thought Alex
is
told
like-
me that.
No,
Dude,
dude,
ska
ska
like
is Goldfinger.
Less than Jake.
Less than
Less than
Jake.
you.
Uh,
I should
I'm done.
like less
Fuck
than
all
Jake.
you. I'm
dude,
going home.
What's that other band?
well, since we're fucking,
You know, they sing
All Star.
Never had to
The Mighty
knock
Bo-
on. There we go.
Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
Bosstones.
That's a great song.
No Doubt.
Oh yeah,
No
they're
Doubt
early
is my
stuff.
favorite ska.
Early
yeah.
stuff.
No Doubt.
Oh my god.
Really, no doubt. Whales.
Dude,
are.
Spiderwebs.
When do you think No Doubt formed?
92.
1938.
1986.
Ah, damn it.
Master of
Hey,
That's what it
Puppets.
says here.
That's
So,
earlier than I would have thought.
Funny story.
I didn't think Gwen Stefani was that old.
Funny story about Gwen Stefani.
She's so hot.
So, she's this absolute baby.
Slam that box. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. That was our special guest, Jake Kleiman.
Ska punk. That's what they have.
Gwen,
listed
if you're
as.
listening.
Yeah,
hip-hop.
Gwen, we're huge fans.
He offered
I'll
to
slam
slam that box.
My Jake, well, it's my godfather.
A little bit.
my godfather worked for Yamaha Corporation. He was a district rep.
Oh yeah, you've told me this.
Yeah, well, he knew Gwen's dad pretty well because he worked for Yamaha. He's pretty high up and out in California. And I don't remember if Lon actually babysat her, but he met her when she was like that big.
Child?
Yeah, she was just
A young
tiny
thing?
little child.
Well, the two of the boys are stepping out to go smoke some cigarettes.
No, I don't have them.
Al, what did you say? Just the stuff that your dad?
Oh, I mean, yeah, like, you know, Boston, the Eagles, Chicago, Sticks.
Eagles is another.
Sticks was big.
Sticks is good.
Well, mom was a huge.
Sticks is good.
Is a huge.
Renegade?
Yeah, I like Sticks.
Renegade?
Renegade's a good
Dude,
tune.
oh, no, Angry Young Man, that is like one of my favorite songs of all time. That's
Blue Collar
Sticks,
Man.
isn't it? No, I'm talking about that other one, that You're Fooling Yourself.
Oh, that's fooling yourself.
Yeah, isn't that Sticks?
Yeah, that sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal song.
Yeah.
So go to hell.
Well, I can tell you what I got into.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Dude, I'm way different than you guys because I'm not. My dad didn't listen to any of that shit. Like, I remember Kiss. We used to listen to Kiss, like, a lot.
Dude, speaking of.
No, hold on. Dude, Psycho Circus is what we used to listen to by Kiss. Have you ever heard that song? Yeah, it's like some of their older shit.
Really?
And, yeah, or not older,
So
newer
newer
stuff.
Okay.
And we used to play that all the fucking time.
Jake and I were at the record store yesterday. I spent a fucking $130 and Jake spent $80 at this goddamn record store.
Yeah.
But this guy had probably 7 copies of Destroyer.
Oh, you should have got one.
I know, I
Next
should've.
time you see those, tell me because you should buy it and
Okay.
I'll pay you.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a Destroyer.
Are you really? Well,
Yeah.
fuck.
They don't have shit in Grand Forks. It's a nice little spot.
Budget ain't bad.
No, but it's just, selection's kind of like, it doesn't change very much. You've been
Right.
there once, you've seen everything.
Shout out to Budget Music in Grand Forks and Minot. You guys are the best. I've spent a lot of money at both of
I
those
spent a lot
venues.
of money. The first day I got my turntable, I spent a shitload
Did
of
you
money
really?
at
What'd you
Budget
get?
Music. The first day I got Rush, their debut album, Van Halen,
Oh, you did.
Metallica's Kill 'Em
Which Van
All.
Halen album?
Van Halen. first
Oh,
one.
nice.
Metallica's Kill
That's
'Em
got
All.
Ice Cream Man on it.
Yep.
Ice Cream Man is a
And
fucking shredder.
what the hell else did I get? Oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to remember now. I have a picture of it. Oh, I bought Herman's Greatest Hits.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
No shit.
And I got a couple more.
So,
Let's see. Oh, I got. I bought George Carlin's one of his comedy albums.
Did
which
you
is,
really?
Dude, way cooler to, like, just listening to that old comedy
Yeah.
on vinyl. And so
Well-
and then I got Led Zeppelin 2 and then Rumors, Fleetwood
oh my
Mac.
god, nice.
So yeah, I hit pretty well
That's
my first go around. I just went back there again and I bought. What the hell was it? Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, which is a
James
phenomenal-
Taylor's
Well,
Greatest Hits, and then Brothers and Sisters by the
yes,
Allman Brothers
that's their
Band.
best too, in my opinion. Budget, okay, so Budget's got the same logo in Minot as it does Grand Forks, so I'm pretty sure it's the same owner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume that.
Yeah.
But so Budget out of Grand Forks has an Instagram
Yeah.
and Instagram account. And by the way, the Beer Tunes podcast also has an Instagram account. You can hit us up there.
Yeah.
What is the?
And the Twitter.
Yeah, we're also at.
The Beer Tunes Pod. Beer
At-
Tunes Pod.
for both?
At Beer Tunes Pod, yeah. I think I got to set up the Instagram one. Yeah, I haven't done that.
No. Oh wait.
No.
Really?
We got a SoundCloud though.
Oh, well,
And a YouTube.
Well, there's that.
We got SoundCloud, huh?
Yeah. We're
But,
popping
Hey,
off.
just real quick, if we're throwing out props to record stores, in Fargo,
Oh, Vinyl Giant.
Vinyl Giant is
That's a
the
good
Yep.
fucking place. It's
Yep.
a small little shop, but the collection is phenomenal. He's always bringing new shit in, and the
Yep.
guy who runs it is super cool.
Yep. Aaron.
Yeah, he's a really
Aaron.
nice guy.
Well, dude, I was gonna say because you guys, all the music you guys listen to when you're younger is like older, more like.
Yeah, oh well.
But it's more like traditional American music.
Yeah, it
Dude, when
is.
I was younger, I listened to like Breaking Benjamin with my dad and like Stone
Well,
Sour.
and that- see,
And that's all I listened to.
I borrowed all your dad's music and I was blown away.
Yeah.
He was a huge Queensryche
Oh
fan.
yeah,
I
he
was
loved
like, holy
Queensryche.
shit,
I've never been a
Queensryche.
big Queensryche.
Yeah, I can't say it.
But he
Silent Lucidity.
But he likes all that shit too, like Molly Hatchet and like all those older, like just kind of rock out kind of bands.
Shredders.
Yeah. What was it? Gordon Lightfoot, I think he said was his first vinyl that he ever owned.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
he went to a record store with my brother, and my brother said that when he picked up the Gordon Lightfoot album, he's just kind of looking at it, you know, looking back on life. He said he got a little tear in his eye.
Are you kidding
My dad,
me?
because he was like, "Oh man, that was like a lifetime ago."
Okay, so Jay, that's another one, Jake, that Dad is a huge Gordon Lightfoot fan. We grew up with Gordon Lightfoot for the most.
that is true.
I bought his Sundown vinyl here
Yeah.
yesterday.
Well, dude, see, that's why I think, like, for me, because you guys don't listen to, like, I listen to heavy fucking metal. Like,
this was my dad's.
And that's where I think I got it from, is because my dad used to play all that, you know, like...
Oh, of course.
Like, nu metal or whatever, like that post-grunge, whatever the fuck they call it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just dig the guitar and, like, the bass and the drums and the sound. But that's why, like, my musical taste kind of went off in that. I mean, because I remember...
You're a product of your environment.
My dad had, well, what the hell was it? Megadeth's Countdown to Extinction. And I'd never heard anything like
Your
that.
Your dad had that?
Yeah.
Are you
Because I burned all the CDs and put it on my iPod when I was younger. And I remember putting on Countdown to Extinction and, like, just being like, oh, I'm just going to listen to this whole album. And after I got done with it, I was like, holy shit. This is, like, there's more of this?
You know what? What am
I missing out on?
I've never listened to Countdown to Extinction.
What?
I know.
We have it on cassette
It's
at work.
one of their best albums.
That's what he says.
I would say Rust in Peace and then maybe
Rust in Peace is my favorite.
Maybe Countdown.
Listen to Cryptic Writings.
See, I don't like Cryptic Writings
I
much.
like that.
Isn't She-Wolf on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben likes She-Wolf.
Did I tell you guys I just got Rust in Peace on vinyl?
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I want to
and
get
it
it.
is-
They had
I got a piece of-
They
I'm lucky
had it
that I
at the record store I was in Colorado, but I was already 150 in, and I had to pay for the damn hotel and everything else. So yeah.
I'm lucky I didn't like get evicted because of Rust in Peace and Ride the Lightning. I got that.
Oh, I bought Ride the Lightning just the
Fuck.
other day.
Oh no,
it's
she
at the
sells
record
in
store.
Arizona.
Did you really? Oh, that's right. I remember
You
that.
have P-Cells?
Oh yeah.
I fucking love the Big Four. Thrash metal's where it's at.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, well, we'll get into current favorites too, but
Yeah, but see,
I haven't really.
that's where I went. I remember my uncle gave me a bunch of his. You were talking about Sugar Ray before we went on.
Yep.
Yeah. My uncle had a Sugar Ray album, and I remember listening to that.
Oh, dude.
Isn't Stand and Deliver a song by Sugar Ray?
Yeah, that's on.
Whichever one that CD is.
Oh, what the fuck?
My uncle gave it to me. Do you remember?
dude,
have you ever heard of Color Me Bad?
Fly is on that.
Wait, Stand and Deliver. Like, how do I reach?
No, not
key?
not the movie. No.
Fly is on it.
Bailey
Look it up. Google that
It is.
shit.
Yeah, Special Wings and Fly.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the
It's on the
weird
same-
Jamaican version
Yeah.
too, where they have that one dude on there. Where
Super Cat.
Is that his name?
Super Cat. Yeah, but what's that album called?
I don't know.
Look it up, because it's Mark McGrath on the cover, and he's like,
Looking all
strange. It's all fucking.
Could you do it again so that people listening can see?
Can see. Yeah, sorry, I was gesturing. No one can see that shit on the.
I think the name of that record is The Best of the Beats.
Is it just called Sugar Ray?
No,
Titled?
no, that's the one. Well, I'll get into that one because that's one of my.
That's your jam.
Yeah.
Man, that's some shit.
1459?
CDs.
Yeah, no. That's their second.
That's just
Floored?
what it was on
Floored. That's it. Floored.
Super Cat.
Super Cat, dude. It's a banger.
They don't have that's weird.
It's an absolute banger. But back to budget music anyway. Yeah, sorry, we're gonna go on a lot of tangents here. We're kind of consuming.
This is the. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his mic up to his fucking.
Yeah, it's fucking straight out of the
You guys
goddamn
remember when
90s.
Mark McGrath was the hottest shit in the world?
Mark McGrath.
Those
was
frosted
the
tips,
hottest.
though.
Remember we saw him at.
We did
at
the
Ribfest.
Ribfest. He
Ribfest.
shredded. He absolutely.
They
shredded.
brought that large dude up on stage to
was
dance
kinda
off,
weird.
and he just didn't move the
That
whole
was
time.
kinda weird.
And then
He
Mark
didn't spread
McGrath,
his love and
dude,
fly.
no, Mark McGrath was like ripping on him. He's like, dude, I bring you up on stage, you're just gonna fucking stand there and shit like that. And then
Mark's wearing skinny black jeans.
Then the dude was like showed Mark something like on his arm, like a tattoo. And then Mark McGrath was like, oh my god, I am so sorry. Like, jeez, like, oh. And then he like brought him backstage and everything because the dude had like a giant Sugar Ray tattoo on his arm. And then Mark was just ripping on him. And then when the guy showed him it, he was like, oh, damn, I fucked up. Like, you're probably one of our hugest fans.
Yeah, they don't have that many left.
Right.
One thing. Oh no. I'm a huge Sugar Ray fan. We'll just put that on record.
We can tell.
Yeah. It's more of a nostalgic thing. It's not like they're
Yeah, but are you a
goddamn.
huge fan in a way that's helping them? Like, are you buying records?
I'm not
for
getting
them?
tattoos of Sugar Ray. We'll
Are
just
you
put it that
getting
way.
tickets to their shows?
Well, what I was gonna say was that is a huge,
Are you
dedicated
fisting
fan.
yourself to Sugar Ray?
You know, Mark McGrath probably did feel like an asshole.
He does.
And he
Dude,
should.
who gets a Sugar Ray tattoo?
Somebody who loves Sugar Ray. I'm surprised you don't have
Can you
one.
imagine you love fucking some shitty 90s pop band that much that you fucking tattoo, and then that guy, you finally get to see him in Fargo, North Dakota, probably for the first time and last time ever.
Picks you out of a huge crowd to come up on stage.
Flyover country, Fargo, North Dakota, you finally get to fucking see him, and then he rips on you.
Just calls him, yeah.
That guy probably
I would
jumped
kill
off.
myself.
You know, it's a good thing.
back in the West building
He
in
got to go
Fargo.
It's a good
backstage and
thing
meet him
Fargo
and
is
hang
not
out.
a city of like bridges, or he would have jumped off one.
Well, we got overpassed.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah.
I say we. But, okay, anyways, I was talking about Budget Music and the Instagram account. So, I was looking at their Insta, and what she does, I don't know who it is, if it's a girl or a guy.
There's
but
a girl
she was
there.
flipping through them.
Oh, yeah.
Flipping through these vinyls. You know, they do. She posts that. And
That's why I went in there and bought it the other day.
I see Garth Brooks' self-titled album on
Did you
fucking
message them?
vinyl. I messaged him. I bought it. I called him and I bought that shit. $16 in the cellophane still.
Really?
It's a shredder.
Oh, speaking of shit like that, at Budget Music, they
shout out to Budget Music. Thank you. You guys kick ass.
Have you ever heard of it's a Metallica bootleg album with Cliff Burton on the cover?
What?
Yeah, check this out. I gotta see if I can find it.
Did you buy it?
No, I'm going to. If it's still there for sure. Nobody's.
There's no way
buying
anyone's
shit.
gonna. Yeah, that's the best part about hidden gems is you can leave them usually.
Yeah, because I gotta figure out what this is. Oh, what the hell is it? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find it now. Oh well.
Okay.
Man, now that I start thinking about it, I'm just bands are flooding back to me that I used
good.
to be
Like
really
what?
into when I was a kid.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep.
Oh, I mean, well, like
still
I
on
started out with all that shit my dad listened to, but like the first music that I started to find by myself, and I
know you were a Chili Peppers
I had
fan.
older brothers, so I mean that has a lot to do with my
that's
taste.
also an
but
influence.
God, I used to just eat it fucking up, fucking Nirvana. Foo
Oh
Fighters.
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
even. Dude, Nirvana was the
Yeah.
shit. I just
Fucking-
bought Bleach the other day.
Yeah, you did.
On
I was
vinyl
there.
or-
Fucking
Yeah.
No shit.
Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Incubus,
Oh, Incubus is dope.
and with a little 311.
Dude,
that was
I-
my shit.
I-
Like
dude,
middle school, I was
you know what's funny?
bumping that shit.
I remember. Yeah. So, to our listeners, we all went to high school together.
Yes.
So, like, I remember Al being into the Chili Peps and Pearl Jam and all that shit. You know what,
dude? Pearl Jam's 10 is another one of that. And when I was growing up, like young,
Really?
my dad had 10 by
Oh,
Pearl
yeah.
Jam. Yeah, and I put that shit on
I
my
guess your dad
iPod.
is a lot younger than ours, huh?
No,
Yeah.
he's 52, 53.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just cooler.
What's
Yeah.
that? 57.
He's just way
That's
cooler
57.
than you guys.
I don't know. I'm pretty stoked on my love of Chicago that my dad gave me.
badass.
Here you go. This one. It's called "Let God Sort 'Em Out." It's got
I've never even
it's
heard
got
of it.
Cliff on the cover. Yeah.
Wow.
Playing fucking just shredding the bass.
What
And
the
it's a
hell?
bootleg, and it's live. It's a live
Oh
bootleg
yeah,
album.
definitely.
And I'll see if I can find the track listings for it. Because they played shit off of Kill 'Em All and off of Ride the Lightning.
Really?
DJ intro, Whiplash, Seek and Destroy, Metal Militia, and then a DJ outro. And then on the other side, it's
Fight
with
Fire with
audience on it. Because the other one is just radio. And then, yeah, Fight Fire with Fire, Phantom Lord. They do Pulling Teeth, Anesthesia Pulling Teeth, Trapped Under Ice.
No way.
A Happy Birthday Kirk thing, and Jump in the Fire.
That's super
It's-
cool.
And then on top of that, here's another side note. Trapped Under Ice, I was listening to Gene Hoglan on radio the other day, and he was talking about Exodus songs.
Okay.
And he
I still
said
haven't listened
he
to
said
that.
that Trapped Under Ice. I can't remember what
I
Exodus
love that
song it
song.
is, but he says if you listen to Trapped Under Ice and then you listen to a certain Exodus song, it's the same thing because
really?
Kirk brought all the riffs.
From
Exodus.
Yeah. Well, even the riff in Fade to Black, that one he learned like when he was a little kid. I'm surprised it's not
Really?
I'm surprised it's not on an Exodus album.
I think that shit's cool as fuck. That
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
He learned that as a kid.
I think that's
really
pretty
good.
dope though.
Oh,
I'm gonna go back and buy this thing though. I saw it in the store and I was like, no fucking way.
Oh yeah.
no
I definitely
fucking way.
would.
This thing is real. Like, what is this?
That Rickenbacker that he played, that is one of the sweetest.
that what this
bass-
is?
Yeah, it's a Rickenbacker.
Look at and he just goes into everything, dude. Cliff Burton was.
and
the shit.
that's a more of a bluesy bass, bluesy jazz bass guitar in general.
Look at the fucking. It's got huge pickups on it.
Oh, I know.
Petty plays a Rickenbacker.
Yeah, he
So
plays.
did Lennon. Didn't
love
Lennon
it.
play Rickenbacker?
Well, he
too?
played a guitar or
Yeah.
a six string.
Yeah.
Petty played the four.
Yeah, Petty played
Basically like Cliff's.
Rickenbacker bass.
It's on Damn the Torpedoes. It's on the cover.
Yeah, I think he also
Really?
plays a six string now though, another Rickenbacker.
I believe it.
Because I watched that fucking like 4-hour documentary about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, you watched that?
Yeah,
How
I'm
was
pretty
it?
sure, and like it was amazing. It was.
I watched
mean,
that.
you know me.
I watched that shit.
Yeah, I'm obsessed
Oh,
with
it
Tom
is.
Petty, so the casual
Oh, that's a
observer
different
probably
one, though.
couldn't go 4 hours with it.
Yeah, that's definitely
Right.
a different one.
And so I guess I haven't talked about my
Yeah,
first.
What's your stupid
First, okay, so well, what I was gonna say to Alex's point was when he was talking about Pearl Jam and like
That
music is heavily tied to memory for me, anyways.
yeah.
And I remember distinctly talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers with him when I don't know, I must have been in 7th grade and
Oh, so I was in like 5th.
It had to have been like we were young.
Jasper's
we were
being
really
weird,
young.
hanging out with the 5th graders.
To be fair though, I was so much cooler than
Well,
That's true.
Alex also graduated with my brother, so there was that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I remember talking about music with you. I don't remember when we first. This is a good song.
I don't even know. I
don't remember when we first started talking about music.
I remember when I first moved here, Carson would ask me on the bus, like when we would go for baseball, he's like, "What are you listening to?" And at that time, the only shit I listened to was "Hypnotized, Mesmerized, and Toxicity" by System of a Down.
I was just gonna bring that
Yeah,
up.
and I would tell
love
Carson,
that
I just go System of a Down, and he's like, "Anything else?" And I go, "Oh, nah." And then from that moment, everyone's like, "Oh, Peaches is fucking weird." Like, he's not a normal dude.
Well, I don't even remember when Jake
Obviously.
Jake, do you remember when we even first started geeking out over music?
I think it was when you introduced me to Led Zeppelin, because I knew who Led Zeppelin was, but I never never got into them and listened to it. And then I remember, because you had whatever thousands of songs on your computer, and I'd come over and then I used to be your middleman for downloading them illegally.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. So my first favorite albums, I shouldn't say albums, just first favorite music was.
You were talking about physical graffiti. Is it going to be that?
No. That's my current. We'll get into that, but it's funny.
We're gonna record for like 6 hours, right?
Yeah, at least.
Good.
For Christmas,
It's going to be a day's worth of.
for Christmas, I got one year. I think I was 11 or 12. I got Sugar Ray's self-titled album, which for the first Sugar Ray reference we just had, and a Beach Boys' greatest hits.
Oh.
And I distinctly remember, like, you know how parents are when you are young and you're waking up to see what Santa got you, and you're super excited.
Yeah.
And Dad comes marching down the
Then you
stairs
realize
in
that
his goddamn bathrobe.
That Slash isn't real. It's just been your parents dressing up as Slash. This whole time.
So I open up this, and I got a boombox too that year.
Okay.
I put Sugar Ray on, and I'm just blasting this shit. And Dad thought Sugar Ray was too radical.
Oh my!
Did he know what we were gonna get into?
Right.
This doesn't sound like Bobby V at all.
I remember that day when we were over at your guys' shop, and Jake and I were playing guitar.
Yeah.
And Jay was like, he comes in and we were just, playing Metallica or some shit. And Jay came in and was like, "I thought you guys were going to play music." I was like, "Oh, shit."
I would have agreed.
Hell, you were there, Alex.
I probably was with Jay.
Was that the night? Wasn't that the night you filmed us playing guitar?
Yeah, I think it was.
And doing, other things when we touched
Guys,
each other?
when we warmed up to like just going thrash, like I thought you guys would play your real music. Fine, I'll go inside.
Yeah, you guys suck.
That was a great night.
Hell yeah, dude.
We shredded a long time that night.
Good time.
But you should play a little guitar later.
I didn't bring mine.
Well,
I got
Jake's
4.
got plenty.
Hey, you can play my sweet uke.
Hell yeah, I'll play your uke.
But yeah, Sugar Ray, and I still listen to that. When I go to the gym, it's a good 40-minute album. So it's most of my
Play
workout.
Sugar Ray while you work out.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
can't do that.
Hey,
The only thing I can work out to is like
Pantera.
No, well, dude, I like work out to Pantera. But
That's the only time I listen to
that or like 90s. I want to say like not gangster rap, but like Enter the Woo. Like
Yeah,
the 30
yeah,
Chambers.
yes.
I will put that one on and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh hell yeah,
That's a
bring the
banger.
motherfucking ruckus, bring the motherfucking ruckus." Just cranking out reps. It's
I
like
do need to both protect my neck and diversify my bonds.
Wu-Tang Financial. Shout out.
Steps
But-
of the Woo.
I don't know. I still listen to
Yeah, I
that
don't know
Sugar Ray
how you
album
can
a
take
lot.
Dodgeball, shout out.
But I highly recommend it. I don't know if you've ever listened to their self-titled, but
Sugar Rays.
the whole second
Pretty
half.
sure I have it.
He's got. What's the lead singer of 311?
Oh, what is that?
He's got him on a track. Like they sing a duet, and it's really
Oh
good.
yeah, I can't think.
The
of
whole
it.
second half is really good.
311. Well, what's your favorite track? What's your favorite
Oh god.
song off of it?
What's the last track called?
The bassist in 311 is Aaron Peanut Wills.
Yeah, Peanut.
What's
Nick,
the last?
Nick Hexum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Andy. I wonder if they're related.
Yeah. Shout out.
Ooh.
Oh,
From Castleton,
What are we
North
drinking
Dakota.
now? What is this, wine?
Maple River Winery.
Rhubarb.
Grape rhubarb wine.
Let me try.
Castleton Nodak. Got a lot of buddies from Castleton. Hello to everybody.
It's diabetes in a bottle.
To some people in Castleton,
It's Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's super good though.
get bent.
It's like
Grant, we're drinking wine from your hometown.
Oh, I don't like wine. Oh man, that was a mistake.
I used to be a fan of
Really?
the girls from
I'm
Castleton.
sorry.
Well, there's a lot of good-looking girls. Shout out to all the ladies from Castleton.
Remember that time I
Show
moved
is.
that chick?
Show is.
Oh, I do have this self-titled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the last track on it?
Let me look it up.
Oh,
Disaster
fuck yeah.
Piece? I think it's Disaster Piece.
You
Shout
like
out
that?
to Caston. That's some dope rhubarb wine.
It is Disaster Piece, and also that wine sucks.
Good
I don't
wine.
even like wine, but I love rhubarb.
That's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
Keep
I
that
got
going. I want some more of that.
I developed a love for Beach Boys as well.
See, I've
And-
been meaning to listen to Pet Sounds for the longest time.
Dude, Pet
Okay.
Sounds.
So-
I got it. I'll play it. If you listen to it, make me one promise. You'll listen with headphones.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
You
Because
have
if you
to.
don't pick up everything.
No.
It's an entirely different. Like normally when people say shit like that, I think they're just pompous assholes and they're full of shit.
Yeah.
But I swear, when I listened to Pet Sounds with headphones for the first time, it was like a completely different.
So
record.
we're gonna transition into our current favorites. That's a good transition point there. And Beach Boys, later Beach Boys. We can just start off with that because that's one of mine.
Well,
just
just go
talk
into
Beach
it.
Boys.
And Pet Sounds.
What-
I remember the first time I ever listened to that. It's
Brian Wilson wrote and composed almost all of
Yeah,
his
he
music.
did.
Yeah, no, he was the master.
Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And
That's why he went crazy. He was way too genius.
yes, so Pet Sounds. A lot of people credit the Beatles for changing the way music was recorded, which they had a lot to do with it, with the Revolver album from 1966. But Pet Sounds really changed the game with making the studio an instrument.
Oh, I see what
And
you're saying.
it is unbelievable. If you haven't listened to it and you're a music fan, go out and listen to it because it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've been meaning
I
to
wouldn't
do.
quite say it's life changing, but it's sort of life changing.
Life changing.
Just well,
This
just
damn
with the way you
goat's
listen to
got
music.
more fucking vocals on this album than I do.
And honestly, there's also a funny there's a great music movie that this whole podcast all knows, and it's called Walk Hard: The Dewey Cox Story.
It's not like it's an indie film. I think some people know about it.
No, dude, it's a I don't know. It's not
There's
really
a lot
well
of people
known.
that I don't. Yeah, because
Yeah,
critics
it's a cult-
didn't like
it's a
it.
cult film.
All right, whatever. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, so you're wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong.
I'm just gonna drink this wine.
Yeah, you need a nipple for that, bitch.
But anyways, it rips on a lot of our favorite music, and there's a good scene in there where he's
Oh,
ripping on
going-
Brian.
He's going crazy.
Brian
in the
Wilson. He's
studio.
like, I need 100,000 didgeridoos.
Not unless
An army of
he's gonna
didgeridoos.
say him out of the band. Not unless you can learn how to play the fucking theremin.
Learn to play the fucking theremin.
Are you saying you don't need us anymore? Not
Oh,
unless
man.
you can open your mind and learn how to
But-
play the fucking theremin.
There's a thing to being a musical genius, and also, like, he fried his
Oh
brain.
my God,
Brian
yeah.
Wilson fried his fucking brain.
Well, I'm reading this right now on Wikipedia, and they're saying
Acid killed him.
they use instruments such as bicycle bells, buzzing organs,
Yeah.
harpsichords, flutes, electro theremin,
Yep.
trains, Hawaiian sounding string music, and Coca-Cola cans, barking dogs.
Yep, barking. Yeah.
This fuck wow.
Oh, it's incredible.
And then it says consisting mainly of introspective songs like "You Still Believe in Me," about
Yep.
faithfulness. I know there's an answer, a critique of LSD users,
Yeah.
and I just wasn't made for these times.
That's a
You should
hell
throw
of a
Pet
song.
Sounds on.
That's an
I gotta
autobiographical
find
statement on social alienation, as well as the first use of a theremin-like instrument on a rock record.
So
wait, the theremin's just that magnet, right? That little magnet.
Yeah.
that
Well,
when
it's
you- when you-
electromagnet.
Oh, I went and saw Shine. The first concert I ever went to was to see Shinedown play.
Okay.
Gross.
I dig it. I like
God,
Shinedown a lot,
yeah.
actually. I like Shinedown a
I know
lot.
you do.
But their guitarist did that. They had like a big ass fucking magnetic pole, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And he just kept putting his guitar close to it and made those
The theorem.
stupid sounds. I was like, "Oh, all right."
Well, so the first track on Pet Sounds is "Wouldn't It Be Nice," and that's
I love that song.
That's my favorite Beach
I
Boys
really
song.
like that song.
Yeah.
But what's
Right
so
up.
cool? So what makes music great is dynamic.
Oh, I agree.
Music, the best music, and most of it I would say is old. But I'm an old soul, and we all agree that most old music is better than today's. Has dynamic. There are not near the artists today what there were
I
in the
wouldn't go
60s and
that
70s.
far. I wouldn't go
No,
that
see,
far.
I would.
Are you kidding me?
That
Yeah.
you're bringing me right
But
into
it's-
something I want to talk about, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
I agree that it definitely seems that way. It's, a lot of times I feel like that's true, but I often am surprised by some of the new shit that I do stumble across.
Well,
and it reaffirms your faith in humanity.
It-
that
yeah.
At least some people out there
Right.
are still making good music.
But what
the
I'm
shitty thing is, it's hard to find because like the top of the charts is all garbage.
Well, see, that's the only difference is that now
There's still people making
just-
good music. It's not popular.
Right.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The biggest difference is that pop music nowadays is not the same as pop music was back then. So all of those people got famous because that was pop music.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's what you heard everywhere.
Right.
And now it's not the same. It's different. But I wouldn't go that far to say like artists aren't good these days.
No, I'm not saying that.
I wouldn't even say hand over fist. I would just say you're not exposed to it as much.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
it's
listen.
harder to find good music.
Yeah.
But in
Because I'm sure there was-
1969,
yeah, but I'm sure there's all kinds of people, like in 1969, where they were like, what, they only have 4 people in their band? Like, what kind of shit is this? You know what I mean?
I do love big.
Because,
band.
like, back in the day, it was all big band shit. And then.
Swings, baby.
Right. Well, that's what I'm getting at. So, like.
but today we don't have Led Zeppelin's coming out with this album. The Rolling Stones.
We
out
do, we
with this
just
one.
don't know yet. You don't know. We don't know how big the Rolling Stones were going to get in back then.
There's never gonna be other acts like that.
No, but then it'll be hip hop artists though.
But it's not just music either. It's movies, TV. There will never be any people
Like the
in any
classics.
kind of media as big as they were because everything is because of the internet.
Oh,
Everything
it's-
is so much more
saturated
diversified.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody and the brothers got a fucking podcast.
Yeah. But ours is better.
All right, I'm gonna go.
We only have this podcast though.
Swag.
I don't know. I just disagree with that. Like, I think that's.
I know and we'll get into.
Sturgill Simpson's #1 for me.
Yeah. Did you
That's-
see that he didn't win? He won the Grammy.
Yeah, for
And then
best
the
country act.
ACM gave it to fucking Florida Georgia Line.
Okay, so I don't want to get on a rant.
Before you start, I want to say one
Ricky
thing.
Skaggs is
Hold on.
the greatest country
Just
singer
shut
of all
the
time.
fuck up, Jake.
Before you go, I want to say one thing. I'm gonna step out for a second, but when I get back, I would like you to remind me at some point to talk about Dead Man Winter
Okay.
and also Cheap Trick.
Oh, Cheap Trick.
Okay.
I've got a fucking vein to cut open on Cheap Trick.
So,
good stuff.
if any of our listeners came to this podcast to listen to the prowess of Florida Georgia Line and Luke Bryan, Justin Bieber, you came to the wrong podcast. We'll just put it.
Dude, my roommate the other day, he was trying to tell me he's talking about country music, and like I get like pop country's a little different, it's not the same, and it's fine with me, but I don't give a shit. Like if that's music you're into, that's music you're into. But don't try and tell me that Luke Bryan is a goddamn cowboy.
Right.
Don't try and tell me that Luke Bryan
As he's wearing his fucking skinny
outlaw.
jeans.
Yeah, I was like, dude, no fucking country
Falling
singer
off stages
wears
like he's a
a leather
dipshit.
bracelet, a V-neck, a $500 baseball cap.
Yeah.
Tight ass jeans and whatever the fuck kind of shoes he wears, fucking New Balance or some nonsense. I'm like, that dude's not country.
Yeah.
He's just a pop artist.
No. And see.
It's not country. It's just
No.
pop.
It's pop. That's
what
exactly
it
what it
is.
is. And Florida Georgia Line.
And I was trying to tell him, I was
bunch
like,
of cunts is what they are.
I was telling him, I was like, listen to Merle Haggard or listen to Chris Christopherson.
Or listen to goddamn Sturgill Simpson.
Right, or Sturgill Simpson too.
Oh.
I tried to get him to listen to Sturgill, and they're like, "Well, it's like whatever." Well, what's the?
Because they're not elite musical
What's
minds
the
like us.
"Give Him the Crown"? What's that song?
You Can Have the Crown.
You Can Have the Crown. I had him listen to that, and right away they were like, "Oh, geez," because what's the first line? It's like, "Been filling my head with weed and pills."
Yeah.
It's trying to pay the bills or some shit. Yeah, and they were immediately like, "Oh, this isn't country," and I was like, "Come on." It's just,
See, and another thing that pisses me off about country, well, we're gonna have a whole separate podcast on all these different genres, but we're already on this. But when people use country as an adjective,
like, what do you mean?
like you're not country,
Oh, right.
I don't like that. It's like just don't fucking. When you try to pigeonhole,
Well, it's the image. It's like the image of these people like they put out. It's not.
and it's faggy.
It's not. It's just it's just not. It's pop. It's pop.
That's
all
exactly what it
It's
is.
just pop music. I don't dig it.
No, it's terrible.
No.
I mean,
Did you know? Here's a fun fact about country music. Did you know Folsom Prison Blues is a ripoff of
Right.
Crescent City Blues?
right?
You know, he had to pay $75,000.
Best artist steal, dude.
That was insane to me. I had no idea. I was in my in my intellectual property class when we talked about copyright. And he was playing some songs. He's like, yeah, this one, this and that.
Did you play Stairway to Heaven?
No, we didn't. We're not even going to go down the Led Zeppelin route. That fucking copyright shit.
There's so many people that hate Zeppelin for that.
Listen to The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies.
Yeah,
and
it's a
then
good
listen
song.
to Creep by Radiohead. Same
Yeah, it
fucking
is.
song.
Oh. Can I turn this up?
Sure, if you want
this
to.
We'll see. I don't know. If
We've
it's
got
gonna
some
pick it up,
records
but-
playing in the background. We're not sure it'll pick it up. What song is it?
Tumbling Dice.
Oh, it's just.
Okay, so I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know. Tumbling Dice is a good song though.
Okay.
I learned that. Isn't that the one I learned on guitar?
It is.
think
I
I
wanted
wanted
you
to
to learn
play
that.
that.
So,
You know, his music. Okay, Keith Richards or whatever, right?
Yep.
His guitar work on these albums is so unique, but it's so fucking simple.
It is.
There's like
It's very
nothing
simple.
to it.
But
he has just a distinct sound.
yeah,
It's like when people talk about like
it's
when
the
you hear Slash.
5-string open G.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's so weird. But
It's
like
amazing.
you know, like when you hear Slash play, like anytime you hear that guitar tone,
can-
you're
you
like,
know
oh,
it's Slash.
it's Guns N' Roses or it's Slash. That's the same thing with
Keith.
the way they do it, which is interesting because back then there wasn't as much variety, I
No.
guess, in guitar tone. You know, another one that's super cool is the Kinks.
Yep.
Their guitar tone was insane.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, this is, and, you know, they're just jamming out on clean, but their
Oh, yeah.
amps are all, they fuck the knobs up and everything, and it's not distorted, it's just because there's like so much bass rolling through there and treble, and when they slammed those strings back in the day,
The Davies
they were
boys,
punk rock.
Ray Davies, they
punk
were
rock.
the original punk rock.
Punk
But
rock.
that brings us to, I know I said this before, but our current favorites.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
So
Let's jump in with Al. What
yeah,
do you
let's
got?
jump in with Al. He just stepped in
All
for a
right,
nice
like
cigarette.
most recent, like as of today.
Yeah.
Just
All right, I'll tell you what I'm super into right now.
your Mount Rushmore of
Oh, dude.
current favorites.
All right, well, I'll give you the Mount Rushmore, and then I'll give you the flavor of the month. You know,
Flavor
Okay,
of
okay,
the week.
okay.
All right, so Mount Rushmore, we're talking. I mean, you guys know me, Steely Dan.
Yeah, Dan is
I'm
on
a
there.
huge Dan guy. I love the Dans.
Saw them live, New Orleans.
I think anyone who doesn't love the Dan is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Dude, that Bodhisattva song that you had me listen to, that when you the last record you suggested, yeah, that song is fucking cool.
No shit, it is. That song was on fucking Guitar Hero. Okay, so we got Steely Dan. I'm big on them, obviously, all the time. Lately, I have been huge on Sam Cooke.
Oh yeah, you just bought their record.
Oh God. So Sam Cooke's on your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I mean, as
Okay.
far as I'm concerned, like, soul music could have ended with Sam Cooke, and
It's
they
ended,
could have
it's-
just been like,
Started and ended.
we got it right.
Right.
Couldn't agree more.
Like, we nailed it.
I've
There's no reason to even
Barely
continue.
even listened to Sam Cooke.
All right, and
Just
then
what you
another
played
one
me.
that you guys know, like, I've been kind of obsessed with lately, because I talk about it all the time, and no one is ever as interested as me. I'm talking about Cake.
Oh, dude, we were just talking
I
about Cake.
fucking
Cake Whales.
love Cake so much, and Cake is so much more than just The Distance, which is a
Right.
great song.
That's not even their best song.
No, I know, but that's all anyone knows them for. And then fourth Mount Rushmore currently. God, it's tough. I mean, I want to say Zeppelin because I've been in huge Zeppelin phases, but honestly, lately I've drifted out a little bit.
I haven't listened to Zeppelin forever.
It's been a while for me as well.
I'm gonna have to go with the Van Man, Van Morrison.
Oh.
Really? Astral
Excellent.
Weeks?
Astral Weeks
Astral
is
Weeks.
one of the greatest
Astral
records
Weeks.
of all time.
Moondance,
See,
man.
Moondance also.
Jake,
fails.
Jake's
He
favorite.
doesn't have a bad record.
No, he doesn't. But Jake's is Moondance, and that's like his most. And it's they talk about it. Critics talk about it, but his most commercial album is Moondance. I mean, just for just general popularity, and I love it. It's a shredder of an album, but Astro Weeks is
Well,
Sweet
Astral Weeks-
thing.
Isn't
Astral
that weird?
Weeks-
Isn't that like a weird...
Which one has Into
It
the
is
Mystic?
kinda weird.
That's Astral Weeks.
No,
right?
that's Moondance.
That's Moondance.
Into the Mystic is
oh,
probably my-
that is Moondance. That
It's-
is his best song
Yeah.
by a mile.
What does that even mean, Astral Weeks?
Astral Weeks. Astral like
solar
space.
shit, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Is that what that is?
I'm not a scientist.
Thanks, man.
Speak English, doctor. We ain't scientists.
He's been cut. The top half is no longer connected to the bottom half.
Speaking of
That's a Dewey Cox reference, just in case. No
watch
one
the
knew that.
movie.
Thanks, bud.
John C. Reilly needs your support.
Yeah, he does. So he can stop doing King Kong.
I need more blankets and less.
That's actually good. That new
Really? I refuse to see a King Kong.
So, was that
I
all
want to
five?
see that fucking Beauty and the Beast movie.
Really?
Yeah, Emma Watson
You gonna
is like my
freak
dream
out with
girl.
everyone else because there's some gay character in it or
I
something?
don't give a shit about that. I just want to.
He just wants to nail Emma
Everybody
Watson.
was losing their minds over that.
I haven't even
Holy
heard it.
shit,
Damn,
Jake is
Jake's really getting
Sounds
into that
up
Maple
for me,
River
brother.
wine. Shout out to Castleton.
Castle, North Dakota, Maple River Winery, grape rhubarb.
Maybe we'll get a sponsor
Okay,
on
well, let's be honest here.
10%
Let's shout out to
$5.
Hams because Hams started our
Yes,
entire revolution of
we
beer.
are all drinking hams.
Hams is like a big part of all of our lives.
And this is beer tunes, so we might as well talk a little bit about our relationship with. We'll get into current favorites again. I know I keep
No, let's
saying
just
that,
keep-
but
let's do it. Let's
Well,
do it.
hey, yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, we're gonna edit this, so let's just freeform Jazz Odyssey.
Nah, I'm
just
done.
kinda
Well, let's.
train of
What are you,
So-
Jake? What are your top four?
My top
let's
4
finish
albums
this.
or bands?
Yeah, hold on. Well, did you
Top
finish your
4
five?
top
I
4
did.
bands.
There's only 4 on Mount Rushmore. You don't.
Yeah, there's only 4.
Oh yeah, well I got
Piece
5,
of
so
shit.
my face is on Mount Rushmore.
Shut up.
Yeah, you wish.
As far as favorite
Your
bands
ego
or
thinks it
albums,
is.
though?
No,
Band-
we're
or
going
albums.
bands.
We're going
bands.
bands.
Let's go
Okay.
bands first.
Yeah.
But if
What are you
wanna talk
listening
about
to the
which
most right
particular
now?
album,
The most right now is actually Judas Priest.
Really? I
Yes.
saw you've been posting them on the
I listen to
website.
Painkiller all
Dude,
the time.
Painkiller's fucking.
That whole album.
Shred.
What
just
year is that?
makes my 91.
91.
91. After they were
The year I
famous.
was established.
dude, which movie is that? Or is it Rockstar? Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Where it's like loosely based on Judas Priest.
Is it?
Yeah, because you remember
What?
because the lead singer
With,
of the band ends
with-
up being
with,
like gay.
who's
and
the-
the band kind of like hates him. I'm pretty sure that's based on like
Mark Wahlberg.
yeah.
Yeah. That
What?
movie fucking. Okay, you know at the
And
Bison
Jennifer
games.
Aniston.
Dirk Diggler?
No, you know those games where it's at all sporting events. It's like stand up and shout. They do that. That's from that movie. That's
Really?
the band. Whatever Steel Dragon is the band's
yeah.
name. That's from that movie. And Miles Kennedy from Alter Bridge does all the vocals in that movie.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Zach Wilde plays the fucking guitar.
That's
way.
awesome. But I'm not making this up, right? Like, am I right? Like, isn't that?
I don't know if it's loose. I have no idea.
Because I think
I can neither
that's
confirm
at
nor
least
deny that statement.
storyline is like supposed to be like
Judas Priest?
draw parallels to Judas because that guy ended up being gay, and I
Yeah.
guess
Rob.
like people in the band,
Everyone
like, had
did,
problems
yeah.
with it.
Well, remember when? Because they asked him, they were like, "Oh, you're gay," and he's like, "Yeah, haven't you seen what I've been wearing on stage?"
Yes.
Right.
It's like
So I'm
you literally
wearing
go to
bondage
these.
gear for the last 10 years.
You literally go to
Whatever.
sex shops.
Ball gag in his mouth.
So, what's your favorite Priest album? A lot of people
My
say "Screaming
favorite-
for Vengeance."
British Steel,
Everyone says "Screaming for Vengeance."
Which one?
but
What about
it's-
British Steel?
it-
After Midnight.
I like
British Steel.
British Steel, but my
Giant motorcycles.
all-time favorite will always be Painkiller.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that album.
No
is
doubt about it.
insane.
I need to, I've never listened to it.
comes the metal meltdown.
What's on that record?
On Painkiller, well, Painkiller obviously. Then what's the
Metal
other one?
Meltdown.
meltdown's
track.
on there.
What's the Hell? It's the second track.
Hellion? That's
no, that's on
Screaming.
Screaming for Vengeance. I can't remember.
I
It's
love Living After Midnight, though.
no. What the hell is that damn
I
song?
also like you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
That's off Screaming.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, that's my favorite. Then.
Got another thing coming. A lot of people hate that album
I don't
because
like that.
of that.
Yeah.
I
Or
like
at least
that
Judas
song.
Priest.
Because of goddamn Vice
They
City.
changed.
Grand Theft Auto
Well, I'm
Vice
not
City.
exactly a Priest purist.
Because that kind of stuff was like Metallica's Black Album. Like,
I like
you know,
Metallica's
they
Black.
can't-
Oh, I do
Yeah,
too.
me
You
too.
can't not like Metallica's Black. Except for Sad But True. That song can
I
fuck
like
off.
Sad But True.
I know, I do too.
I love that
Sad
song.
It just has a vendetta
Hell
against
Patrol.
it.
Hell Patrol. Hell Patrol is the song. And then,
Oh, Hell
all
Patrol.
guns blazing. No, dude, that shit's
Gun,
good.
hell yeah, dude. I love that.
So, that's, what have you said now?
Just
No, but
Priest.
you're putting. We're making
Like
like
a rebel.
favorite bands, right?
Currently, of your current.
Oh, currently. Well, the Steely Dan is number 2. Because
Really?
Second appearance for the
100%
band.
because that album I just bought, I don't know,
Who
about
can
a
you
month
thank
ago.
for that?
Katie Lied is probably probably my favorite of all time. almost.
Just from
And-
a strictly journalistic curiosity, who told
We,
you how much that record?
we have
Alex
We have to give
showed
Alex
me.
Shields, our co-host, the credit for getting.
It has to be.
You guys fought me on it for months.
We
You
didn't
were like, no,
fight
fuck
you.
you, Steely Dan sucks. And I was
They
like,
do
no,
suck.
you guys.
I
Steely
never
Dan.
said that.
Dolores is always a huge Steely Dan fan.
I'm a
so,
big Dolores fan.
Well, there's that.
LOL.
I want to kill myself.
But I don't know. Yeah, I'll give you the credit, 100%.
Yeah,
for Steely
but
Dan.
definitely, Katie
I'm the Dan
Lied
man.
was.
Oh, that's a great
that
record.
changed my life.
Dude, fucking Dr. Wu, like, I almost cry every time I hear that song.
Every time you make those references on Snapchat, I just die.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when I'm drunk and sad?
Yes.
So I'm like, alright, Steely Dan quotes.
Every day. It's just
Yeah,
Judas
every
Priest.
life.
Judas
Steely Dan.
Priest, Steely Dan for now. Third, I
Metallica.
probably have to say Merle Haggard. I've been listening
Yeah,
to
boy.
a lot lately.
Okay.
Because, his son Ben was making a lot of the songs like Merle did, and he sounded just like him. So I just dabbled back into his greatest hits again. I love it. The Legend of Bonnie and Clyde's my new favorite by
Really?
Merle now. And
It's
then
outstanding music.
I saw him live.
yeah, he did
saw
Before
him
he died.
live, yeah.
before he died.
He did.
And
Him and Chris Christopherson did a show together. And I saw Sturgill Simpson the same night.
yes,
Dude,
Sturgill
that's
was there.
Christopherson.
That
is
was
genius.
They played together. Like they just
Yeah.
stood next to each other with acoustic guitars and just played. It
That's so cool.
was metal.
And then Metallica.
fourth. No,
Metallica's not even in your top 3.
this is about what I've been listening to lately.
Oh, currently.
right? Yeah, we thought we've said this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, currently would be CCR again because I got back
Okay.
into them.
Oh, dude,
All right,
you
yep,
love CCR
yeah.
though too.
CCR, will always go down as one of my favorites.
What's your favorite CCR album?
My favorite one would be Born on the Bayou.
And
because Keep On Chugglin'.
Keep On Chuglin's on there?
That one's bluesy as hell, and, well, obviously Born on the Bayou's on there.
Right.
The Graveyard Train, that is straight up blues.
Really?
Oh,
So,
it's like a 17-minute song.
my personal favorite CCR is Willie and the Poor Boys. And I know that's a basic bitch
the
choice,
album, right?
but yeah. But
That-
Midnight Special
Is there-
and Cotton Fields are on there.
This might be. I don't know if you know this or not. Is there shit in the public domain now?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Like, what do you mean? With
Well, because I know Fogerty couldn't play any of his shit live because the record,
he did, because we
the
saw
record
him
company had the rights to it.
Yeah, we saw him live. He had his 1969 tour last year, and we got to see him in Bismarck.
But I
and he
wonder,
played everything.
Did he? Do you know if he
It's
bought
resolved.
it, or do you?
No, he didn't
or,
buy it,
Or is it
but
just in the public domain? I mean,
it's
you
in the
got to
public
renew
domain.
that shit.
It's in the public domain because the reason why you hear CCR songs on stupid fucking commercials is because of that.
No, it's not. Because what'll happen is those record companies who have it's called.
It was Fantasy Records.
I can't remember what they get on. It's not copyright. It's a certain kind of copyright. But that's what they do. They do those companies that I was telling you about. They like register their music there. So anytime it's played on a commercial, they get royalties for it, and they can't do anything about it.
Right.
Because they agreed to. It's called like
because they needed money at the time.
I think it's something like an open
license. They needed money at the
license.
time.
No, but I'm just saying you can play any song
Right.
on anything because it's like an open license. But you just have to pay them royalties.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're signed up with those companies. I mean, there's obviously like you have the exclusive right
So,
to keep
this is
people
how-
from performing
this is-
your shit.
This is how I understood it. If you wrote the song, so say the Glimmer Twins, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards.
Okay.
So they wrote 95% of their music. If they would have sold out to the record company, so their early stuff was sold out to their manager.
See, it's
there's
different.
There's a 50% songwriter. Like
that just might be
half goes to the songwriter automatically.
That just might be a contract thing, because copyright law is a little different.
Right.
Because as the person who makes it, you have the right to. You have the copyright over the composition of music.
Okay.
But the record company will have the copyright over the recording. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
That's-
if
yeah.
I make something, like if I write something, I have, if it's like put down on sheet paper, I have copyright over that.
Right.
But I don't have copyright over.
Not over the
recording.
Right.
You're listening to the Legal Eagle podcast.
I'm just saying. Well, because that's why I was wondering, because I knew Fogerty couldn't play his music
Right.
Yeah,
for the longest time.
until he made that fucking sweet record I've been telling you guys about.
The one that all the collaborations that he does.
Yeah.
Yes. So the reason I bring it up is just, well, I don't know who brought it up actually. I'm a few hams deep at this point, but
I'm getting
What? I'm still here.
feeling better now.
who brought up this whole? Well, okay, so
It was
we were
because
doing-
Jake
we
was
were doing
talking
my
about
top four.
CCR.
Well, okay, well,
and I was
you know-
asking if their shit was in the public domain.
Well,
because
it is.
That's why I was wondering, can John play it now?
and there's all the
You play
Beatles
it-
catalog that Michael Jackson owned half of.
Oh, they
remember
didn't
that
renew
whole
it?
thing. Well, what I was under the impression of was the songwriters get half the rights because they wrote it, and the other half can go to the record company or whoever.
No,
and
that's-
they
I
produce
don't-
it. That's not how that works.
It's not quite. It doesn't. It's not like half and half because
Okay.
what you have is because the musical composition is like what you write,
right.
and you have copyright over that, and that'll be like lyrics, anything else, what have you. And I think what you get there is you get some kind of exclusive rights. Here, I have it written down. But then there's sound recordings that are owned by the record company, and there's no performance right. You don't have a right over their performances. So like the record company can't stop somebody from playing it. And then the musical composition is owned by this singer-songwriter, and they can sign away their rights. And then
Right.
a publishing company
Right.
is who they
Okay.
go through, and it's basically a blanket license through performance rights societies that'll. When
Because
someone plays it live somewhere, somebody does something, they're supposed to get royalties from it.
so the funny thing about that is there's a greatest hits compilation.
It's a Circle C. Circle C is copyright.
Yep,
And
yep.
the Circle P is the sound recording.
Oh, okay.
So if you ever see a Circle P, that means the record company owns that. Because it's called a phono record copyright.
Yep. So there was this manager back in the day. His name was Alan Klein.
Alan Klein.
Very famous manager. And he was the Stones' first manager, and he also managed the Beatles after a while. He was known for, back in the day, no one knew how to handle their...
Businessman is what he's listed as.
Yeah, well, no one knew how to handle their fame for the most part.
Yeah.
So Alan Klein swoops in. He was already with the Stones, and he swoops in with the Beatles, and he's like, yeah, I'll take, you guys are losing this much money, and I'll just reorganize everything. And he ended up fucking them a lot of money. And the Stones... So Alan Klein had...
picture of him with the Beatles
Yep,
on here.
he had rights on... The reason the Hot Rocks Greatest Hits collection is what it is up to Brown Sugar is because of Alan Klein. The Stones got out of that.
Because he had the recording, the phono record copyright on it.
Yeah.
Which is the recorded version of it.
And that's why there's
composition.
There's
two different things.
Right. And that's why there's a ton of different compilations of those early tunes.
Oh,
is because
I see.
So he could milk the piss out of them.
Right.
See, we're 72 after.
See, Warner Brothers just
that.
or tried to do a similar kind of thing like that to Avenged Sevenfold.
Really?
Yeah, because they wanted one more album out of Avenged Sevenfold.
Yep.
Warner Brothers did, but they didn't want to do it because they wouldn't let them make music they wanted to make. And then they wanted to be free from that.
And say we can go down that rabbit hole too.
So for their last album, on Warner Brothers, they just released a greatest hits.
Really?
Of Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold they have a greatest hits out now?
They do now.
No shit.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, all right. So is that so Jake's back?
Yeah. We were just talking about how Hot Rocks quit after 71 because Alan Klein wasn't their manager anymore. And
well, it didn't
anymore.
quit after 71 because when
he represented Sam Cooke,
1973, they released more Hot Rocks, or he released more Hot Rocks.
But it was all pre-recording.
Yeah. That was all.
It was the same recording that he has copyright.
Yeah.
So he could, and that's why he to this day he's still releasing greatest hits.
So
they say accusations that the group that Klein had withheld royalty payments, stole the publishing rights to their songs, and neglected to pay their taxes for 5 years.
Baller.
Necessitating their French exile in 1971.
Are we talking about the Stones right now? Yeah, we're
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
that's where isn't that where they wrote?
That's where they Exile on Main Street.
Exile on Main Street. Yeah.
So
interesting.
They got Exile out of
funny story.
Comes from.
Well, I'll just get into mine then. My current favorites, always the Stones, and it will forever be my favorite music.
Okay, hold on. Would you, if given the opportunity, jack off Mick Jagger?
Gross.
No.
Would you help
then you
your
don't love
Uncle
the Stones.
God, you're a douche. No.
Yes, you would.
I would. Somebody take a picture of this. Put this shit on Instagram.
I have sticky fingers.
Well, some girls like that.
Okay.
Fuck you, Alex.
I agree. Let's take a station identification break. Fuck you, Alex.
So, that's a great station. Yeah, so the Stones, by far and above, they're my favorite. And
favorite song? What's your favorite song? Tumbling Dice?
Tumbling Dice. That will forever be my favorite song. And the reason Exile...
My favorite song by them is Sympathy for the Devil.
That's a great song. It's
my favorite song.
68.
I know everyone else hates
Beggar's
the song,
Banquet.
but my favorite is Shattered.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I love that
It's
song.
the worst song
I
I've
like
ever heard.
Shattered and I like Beast of Burden. 1A and 1B.
Dude,
Not a huge fan.
Beast of Burden. You don't like Beast of Burden?
Nah.
That's one of the most hard-hitting romantic songs
ever. The thing
ever.
for me is that, I'm not a huge fan of
Dude, that's
the
why
Stones.
Some Girls is my favorite
oh,
song,
man.
And you would love, there's a Rolling Stone slot machine in Deadwood. It only plays Shattered and Beast of Burden.
That's it?
And it's a slot machine.
I lost a lot of goddamn money.
Machines.
I lost a lot of goddamn money to that
always
stupid
do.
machine.
They had a Kiss one when I was in
I've lost
Oklahoma,
money
I think.
to John Wayne,
Oh, yeah.
Batman,
John Wayne's the only one that
Wonder
lost money
Woman. I've
It's only
lost a
when I win
shitload of
money,
money to Willy Wonka, but I have yet to lose money to the Stones.
So, the reason Exile on Main Street happened was because England was taxing them like 98% on...
to. What the fuck?
Look it up. They were taxing the fuck out of them on their music. and they're like, fuck this. So Keith Richards was renting this place called Nelcote. I think it's Nelcote. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Nelcote.
French.
Shit,
Yeah, it's
yep.
French. Renting this huge mansion in France, and they all kind of rented places in the French countryside, and they got together at this place and made the greatest record. That's my favorite album of all time also, and they made an absolute masterpiece. And in later interviews, Mick Jagger, he talks about how, well, he's more of a purist when it comes to production value, and Exile is really rough.
So, well, I'm sorry, but Mick Jagger was quoted as saying, shortly before the release of Exile on Main Street, quote, "So after working for 8 years, I discovered at the end that nobody ever paid my taxes, and I owed a fortune. So then you have to leave the country. So I said, fuck it, and left the country."
Yep. Yeah.
Classic.
Well,
83.
it's amazing how they were so
83%.
mismanaged back then. Yeah, 83.
The rate was 83% for earned income and 98% for unearned income. Holy fucking shit.
Isn't that insane?
Why even, you don't even get income then.
Isn't that amazing?
It's 98% tax. It's like, oh, well, I just do this shit for free, yo.
Right. Yeah, so anyways, they moved to fucking France and they made the greatest album of all time.
Number
And
two.
all
What's number
time.
2?
It's my personal favorite, so that's just that. But
What's number 2 on Mount Rushmore? Now. For now.
so this Fleetwood Mac,
Really?
Yeah, I can believe that.
And your,
Good choice.
what's your album?
Tusk.
I knew it was going to be Tusk.
I absolutely love Tusk.
Rumors?
Dude, Rumors
well,
is the fucking
okay,
best.
Rumors
Rumors is way better than Tusk.
I like
No.
Tango in the Night. I don't care what
No,
you say.
dude, who is it? Who is it? It's some stand-up. I want to say it's John Mulaney,
I don't know.
but I don't know for sure. But whoever it is, it's definitely not me, but someone has a really funny bit about Rumors and just the fact that it's an album about cheating on people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Written for people cheating on people by people cheating on people.
It's so true.
That's a great record.
no,
It is, though. It's just
the
fucking
reason-
emotionally charged.
They all are. And that's okay, so Fleetwood, I don't know, for those that don't know much about Fleetwood Mac was an entirely British band up until 1974. It was all Englanders, and if you listen to their early work, it's very bluesy.
Oh, yeah.
It's all blues.
England loved the blues.
And well, they did.
Zeppelin, Stones, were
And
all
then in 1975,
And,
they,
Eric Clapton.
the original lineup
Thanks.
broke up, and Mick Fleetwood came over here with John McVie, and they were just auditioning acts, and here's this act called Buckingham Nicks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody,
they also
for anyone
fucking-
listening, Google Buckingham Nicks album, and you'll see a picture of Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie
I've
Nicks
seen
topless. Both the hair is both the same size, and
Can I
it
fist
was
Stevie
not
Nicks?
that great. Well, we'll get into that. But
I'll ask her.
so those two groups combined, just put it, long story short, and came out to be my second favorite band. And the reason I like Tusk so much is because there's a lot of punk influence, but also Sarah.
That's a great song. That's a great song.
But what about Gold Dust Woman? I really like
I know
that.
that's on Rumors.
Yeah, do you like
Well,
that
and
one?
Silver Springs, of course. I
Okay,
do.
what's
Silver Springs is my
refresh
favorite.
me. What's all on Tusk?
Tusk obviously is on there.
Shit. I think it's just shit. Track 2 is shit. Track 3 is shit.
Fuck up. What makes you think you're the one? Sarah.
Serge Banger.
See, it was basically a Lindsey Buckingham solo album
Yeah.
for the first half, right?
There you go.
Yep.
He did like all the first half of that.
How many tracks are on that thing?
It's a double album.
So 20?
372.
So as these guys know,
Prepared.
I'm
You
a
would pull out Tusk from your
On vinyl.
collection.
as these guys know, I'm a sucker for double albums.
Yeah, you are.
Who isn't?
And over
value.
and over is the first track on here.
Yeah.
Sarah,
The Ledge.
Sarah Wales.
Think About Me. Think About Me is an absolute shredder.
I'm thinking you're
Storms.
music
Storms is a
shit.
shredder. Storms brings a tear to my eye every time I listen
Dude,
to it.
I hate to tell you,
Reminds me of
but,
people that have gone.
Rumors is
Way better.
No,
Way
no, it's
better.
not. You guys have never listened to this.
You're stoned. I did listen to it. I listened to it when I worked out one day.
Rumors is
And
better.
I had to switch it over to Rumors because I was like, why am I listening to Tusk?
Okay, first of all, who listens to Fleetwood Mac when they work out?
I do.
That's for
Yeah, that's
Slayer.
great.
That's what for Slayer's for.
I do it if I'm just chilling out. If I'm not hitting it hard.
Right. But No, I just like Tusk because it's unique and not everyone loves Rumors.
Because it's good. That's
Brown
like
Eyes, man.
it's
Brown
like
Eyes
everybody
is my
loves
favorite.
Steak,
Brown Eyes is
but
a
it's
great
like
song.
yeah, duh, because it's fucking good. Okay, what's your
Well,
attitude?
okay,
What's your
so
attitude?
3 or
No,
band
2.
3.
No, it's band number 3. So the Beatles. I know.
That's it.
Okay, and I
The
used
Beatless.
to the first. Okay, let me.
I got a song about an octopus.
The 4 Beatles.
The thing with the Beatles is the
Liverpool.
first album I ever listened to as an actual album, and to me and to you guys as well, the greatest albums or the greatest artists make an album as a collection of music, as a collection of art.
It's a story.
It's a story, and that's the difference between most of today's music and yesteryear's.
Agreed.
Is that. So my third favorite artist is the Beatles, and it was my first full album that I ever listened to. But Abbey Road. Abbey Road's my third favorite album. And fourth is Metallica.
Hell yeah. Metallica's
Ride the Lightning
Metallica's what the
changed
fuck
my
is
life.
Metallica's great.
That's an absolute shredder.
Dude, I
to-
remember we were in the dugout for baseball, Jake and I played him "Hit the Lights" by Black Tide. It's a band that
the cover. Yeah.
And I played it for Jake, and I was like, dude, this fucking song is like really good. I really like this "Hit the Lights" song. And Jake looks at me, he's like, oh, that's a Metallica song. And I was like, no, it's not. Because I had never listened to Kill 'Em All.
Are you serious?
Yeah, at that point. I had to be like a sophomore.
Is
at
that
this
amazing
time.
how that shit happens?
Yeah, I had no idea. And then
I don't remember that story.
oh, I'll never forget it. And Jake was like, yeah. You're like, yeah, that's a Metallica song. It's "Hit the Lights." It's off "Kill 'Em All." And I was like, what? So then I went home, broke out the old computer and illegally downloaded all that shit. And oh yeah, right away. That's when I was like, oh man, how have I not been
Really?
listening to
I
it?
influenced you to Metallica.
Yeah,
I'm a very happy
the
person.
only Metallica I listened to is I knew Master of Puppets, the song,
Right.
and I knew like Enter Sandman,
Right.
and like all that shit. But
The
yeah,
basics.
I never heard, and then I just went through their catalog, front to back, and
I actually feel super happy.
I was like,
Thank you for sharing.
holy shit, Metallica, fucking whales! Like I just thought they were like a radio band. Like I thought it was just
No,
that shit
see.
you hear on the radio, and then I got into it. Yeah, I had to have been like
That's
14
outstanding.
or 15. Yeah.
So that- yeah.
And I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, it was when we were
Yeah.
playing baseball. It was like Babe Ruth.
That's a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen.
That's actually one of the
It's
best
almost
stories
10
I've
years
ever
ago.
heard.
Almost 10 years ago.
Holy shit.
And
10 years gone.
yeah, we're getting
Zeppelin.
one of the Zeppelins back. Okay, so that brings me to my fifth favorite of all time. And it's hard for me to pick between Led Zeppelin and Dire Straits.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Dire
I'm a
Straits that
huge
much?
yeah,
like
I'm
Dire
a huge
Straits
fan.
a lot.
That Brothers
Well,
in Arms album I bought is pretty good, but
to your point about saying you can recognize Slash's guitar,
oh yeah, you can do the same.
Mark
thing with
Knopfler. You can pick that fucking guitar out from anything. He did a lot of work with Bob Dylan, which I'm also a huge Bob Dylan fan. That's probably 6 or 7.
How many Bob Dylan vinyls you got?
3.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Because he has like a billion.
He has a lot, but his best work, he's probably got 5.
Okay.
I'd say. He's got his own little Mount Rushmore.
I'm not a huge Bob Dylan fan.
But
Can I do
I'm
a quick
I'm a
little
major-
lightning round? All the way around the table. Favorite Bob Dylan song? Go. Jasper.
Jeez, Hurricane.
Oh God. Okay, Hurricane.
Hurricane is mine.
Peach,
for
Hurricane.
peaches.
All right, Jasper.
Tangled Up in Blue.
Solid. Jake. Okay. Fair point.
Honestly, I'd
Like
have to
a-
say
like a Rolling
I
Stone.
would say like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Okay, all you guys made good choices, but none of you made the right choice.
Oh, what's
I
that?
did. It's written right here.
I see that.
Sit and wonder why, babe.
The correct answer is "Don't Think Twice." It's all right.
Yeah, that's
That's a phenomenal song.
Like Hurricane.
The
That hits a
fucking
guy right in the
harmonica on
feels.
that song.
Yeah, it's
that's right
incredible.
after what? Right after the third verse, when
Yeah.
the harmonica hits
Yeah.
real hard. Just,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
See,
We're talking about so we were talking about guitarists, how we can recognize theirs.
yeah, and Mark
I have to
Knopfler.
say, Tom Schultz.
yeah,
Because he was,
yeah, Boss.
yes,
yeah,
he was an engineer of music before he even got
yeah.
into music.
MIT. They all were at MIT.
That's why I like
And
Tom Schultz.
what was their downfall is all their live shows back in the day were canned.
Because
they were perfectionists.
They couldn't produce the sound on stage because
So they had
he
to
couldn't.
fake it.
Yeah,
Everything was faked.
Really?
All of their early
Yes.
shows. Like my dad went to Boston live in Bismarck at the Civic Center. And he's like, God, this show was awesome. And one of his buddies was working security or some shit. And he's like, yeah, well, it should have. It was fake.
Oh.
It was canned.
Interesting.
Well, yeah,
Have you
'cause
ever seen that video where they tried to make Iron Maiden play to a recording, and they're all up on stage, and all the members in the band start switching instruments like mid-song.
What?
So like they're just up there like cranking it, and then all of a sudden like one of them just takes their guitar off. And the song keeps playing, and they all like throw different guitars, and like the dude steps down up the drums, and the whole time it's just Iron Maiden's whatever song going, just
Bruce
blaring out.
Dickinson up there flying the fucking plane.
They're all like pretending to sing into different shit, and like, it's beautiful. It's
That's
one of the
great.
coolest things I've ever seen. It's
like Britney Spears.
What's 4?
No,
What's 4?
No, well, Metallica was 4, and then
Oh, it was. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's already done 5.
No, I did. No, my 5 was either Led Zeppelin or Dire Straits, but my favorite Led Zeppelin album is Physical Graffiti, much to your dismay.
Yeah.
Everyone likes Led Zeppelin 2. Everyone likes Led Zeppelin 2.
Zeppelin 4.
Zeppelin 4.
Shut up.
Zeppelin 4.
Shields likes
We're all gonna get
Zeppelin
into a
4.
fist fight over Led Zeppelin today.
Well,
But
you
Wouldn't be
used
the
to
first
be.
time, motherfucker.
You used to be all about Led Zeppelin 3 for the most
Yeah,
part.
I like 3 a lot.
4, they're all good.
But 3 has
four.
Tangerine. 3 was 1971.
Fucking stupid.
You guys,
But
my favorite
4.
Zeppelin
But
record is
hey,
In Through
we
the
can all
Outdoors.
agree. that
I do like Fool in the Rain. That's a cutter.
if you think about it,
I'll fool your rain.
think about all the music they put out in 2 years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
From
yeah.
69 to 71, they put out 4 of the most rock solid
Let me just
rock albums of all time.
Let me just read
CCR.
2 in 1969. I know CCR.
Let me read you 9 song titles.
Okay.
Okay.
Whole Lot of Love.
Brilliant.
What Is and What Should Never Be.
God.
The Lemon Song.
Brilliant.
Right. Squeeze
Thank
my
you.
lemon, baby. Till the juice
Heartbreaker.
runs down my leg.
Living, Loving, Made.
Great.
Ramble On.
Banger.
Brilliant.
Moby Dick.
Absolute banger.
Bring It On Home.
Right. Okay.
Or if my
Okay,
belly button
well,
is smoking
No,
cigarettes.
okay, in fairness though, equal time, read the track list from Zeppelin 4 right now.
I'll do 4. I'll get 4 up.
It's full of shredders.
I think my
As much
belly
as-
button can smoke this
I'm not
cigarette.
telling you that it's not a great record.
No,
I'm just
but
saying I prefer
as
4.
much as people hate 4,
Why though?
I don't
well,
hate
it's
4.
because I know, but there's so many people that hate it because it's basic.
Okay.
Basic bitches
Okay,
like
I'll
Led
give you.
Zeppelin
I'll give you
4.
this. I'll give you
Alright.
this. This one's pretty dope.
Led
too.
Zeppelin 4
Because it's
track
Black
list.
Dog, Rock and
Shredder.
Roll,
Shredder.
The Battle of Evermore. I
Shredder.
can shred out. Stairway to Heaven.
Shredder.
Yes. Stairway to
Misty
Heaven.
Mountaintop is another one I could do without.
Clipper. Fuck you.
4 Sticks is another one. It's like
Shredder.
But they do have Going to
That's
California.
6 Shredders.
Going to
7.
California, and then When the Levee Breaks.
8.
So that's 9.
Okay.
That's 9 to your 8.
That's all Shredders.
Okay.
Yeah, and so is on Led
Well,
Zeppelin
I can
2.
put on
Yeah, Zeppelin
Exile on
2
Main
Wales.
Street, and that's
Zeppelin-
fucking 18
Oh, and then we'd all
tracks
just
of
be like,
Kiss My
this
Ass.
is okay.
Alright, we've derailed. We
Yeah,
always,
we've
even
derailed.
when we're not recording, when we're just hanging out,
Hey,
this always
by the way,
happens.
speaking
we
of this
talk
album-
Zeppelin and we freak out.
Speaking of this album, you know why it's called 4 Sticks?
I do.
John Bonham had to use 4 guitar
Yeah.
I told you that.
drumsticks.
4 guitar
He couldn't
sticks,
get the
ladies and
sound right, so he
gentlemen.
played with 2 sticks in each hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's called 4 Sticks.
You're welcome
But
for that.
as much
tidbit.
as basic bitches like Stairway to Heaven,
Stairway shreds.
that's my second favorite song because of the meaning and also the
Stairway?
yes.
Alright, but straight up, no caveats at all. Favorite Zeppelin song of all time?
10 Years
California.
Gone. 10 Years Gone is mine.
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
song.
There's so
Good
many.
pick. That's
There's so many. It's hard to.
No, I know it's hard to choose, but
As
I
of now, the
love
ocean.
going to California.
The Ocean's pretty good.
The ocean.
That's not the line.
That's not the live album. Well, while these guys smoke, I'll give you my 4.
What?
Yeah.
Every time.
Well, gotta let them know why you're not
Ricky
talking.
Skaggs.
Okay, don't fucking close the door if you want to listen.
Oh.
Yeah, you did last time,
Shut
dick.
this out like last
It's just
time.
smell like smoke.
I'll smell your ass.
It's not your house.
All right. I'll throw these.
I
I'll throw
fix
these
you?
away.
Hit me.
So, I guess just in no particular order, Metallica's on there for sure,
Duh.
and specifically Kill 'Em All.
Okay.
I fucking love Kill 'Em All
Jake-
so much,
Yeah. Jake's a Kill 'Em All guy.
and I don't know what the hell I'd go to after Metallica. I've been listening to a lot of Avenged Sevenfold. Their new album, The Stage, is really good.
But is that in your? That's your current Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, that I'm listening to. If you're just going off what I'm listening to, but if I go off of all time, I don't know.
That's
Because then I gotta.
I don't know, we kinda
then I
derailed
gotta
pretty
throw- I gotta
hardcore.
throw. If I'm doing all time, my Mount Rushmore that I could listen to and never get sick of it is Metallica.
yeah.
I can't put Megadeth on there because there's sometimes not in Megadeth.
Well, yeah. There's some.
But I would put Nirvana on there. I listen to
Really?
I just listen to Nirvana every day.
So Jim Pearson, shout out to Jim Pearson if he's listening to this.
well, In Utero, Bleach, and Nevermind. It's,
Right, and they're unplugged.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
sure.
Pearson thinks that Nirvana is the most overrated band of all time.
Well, it depends on what you're into.
Which I tend to agree with, yet he's a fucking major Prince fan.
Oh,
so
see, I don't like Prince at all.
Prince is fucking.
But see,
we're happy for Prince and his 21 instruments he knew how to play. We're happy for him.
I like Nirvana, especially their like Bleach and shit like that. Like Nevermind's all right. Bleach is my favorite. My favorite one. Because
we can hear you.
Yeah. But anyway, Bleach is that's my favorite. So
Bleach
Metallica, yeah, Bleach for sure. I fucking love that album, and it's like they're punk rock back then. That's before Dave Grohl was even in the band, and I'm into that kind of shit. I like aggression and stuff.
So that's
and if I had to go, I don't know where the hell else I'd go from there. Like that I have to choose. Like there's so many that are like right there. I haven't been listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin lately.
I haven't either. Honestly, I bet you I listen to Exile and Tusk once a week each.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, I've been all over the map. Like, I've been listening to...
That's good, though.
So much shit. I don't know. I'm really excited. I've been listening to
the new... Are the Beastie Boys in your Mount Rushmore?
No,
I love
they're
the
not.
Beasties, though.
They're not.
I love the Beasties.
Don't like the Beastie Boys.
You don't like the Beastie Boys?
No, and
I thought you
it's
did.
crazy because... What is it like? I mean, I like them, but...
I've got Hello Nasty and Paul's Boutique on vinyl.
License to Ill was... That's their debut.
1986.
That's their debut album.
Yep.
I think it's one of the top-selling albums in U.S. history.
It is.
Debut albums.
Yep.
And
stay tuned for a separate podcast about all debut albums. FYI.
Yeah, next one. But the Beastie Boys put sampling tracks.
And they got it banned.
They took it to the fucking extreme. And that's why like half the time I'm like, oh, I can't listen to this because it's like...
You don't like that?
Yeah, because I hear the songs that I like and I'm like, oh, now I just want to hear the rest of that fucking song. Like, I don't want to hear, you know, a couple Jews scream over my favorite riffs.
They did it so
I mean, they do it well.
Tastefully, though.
They do it well. And that spawned that whole, what is that,
genre.
Like, electro music in the 90s where people would just splice together all these different things and stretch them out and do all this cool shit to make, like, you know, like cake and shit like that.
They did.
I don't know, though. What else? I don't know. I listen to
Mac
Tyler the Creator a lot.
Tyler the Creator.
I listen to Fleetwood Mac a lot.
On your Mount Rushmore, that's Tyler the Creator is on your fucking Mount Rushmore.
I'm just going through what I listen to.
Your stream of consciousness right now.
I'm just going through what I've been listening to lately. I don't know. If it was my Mount Rushmore, it'd probably be fucking Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, and Megadeth.
Okay.
I mean, because that shit never.
Because like right now, if you had to, if my life would end right now, I have a top 5
of bands.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. We already talked about that.
I don't know mine. See, because I bounce around so much.
Right.
Like there was a time there I listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like, Like there was.
Jake's a huge Stevie Ray fan.
What about Steamy Ray Vaughan?
Well, Steamy Nicks.
And then there's vocal. Like, I'm a huge Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin fan.
Who is it?
Oh, I have a vinyl. Like,
I know. I saw that.
I should throw that on. Actually,
should, yeah.
I'm gonna throw that on. I gotta take a piss though.
Well, I think we might want to just wrap this up.
How long?
We've been going for about an hour and a half.
We're gonna do another session later, though, right?
Sure, we can do a drunk session.
That's what I want to do, and then I want.
It'll be a snippet. It'll be a 30-minute.
I want to do a best of the two.
This is an hour 17, so.
Yeah, but we're not gonna be able to use all this.
Yeah, why not?
Because a lot of it sucks.
I'm not gonna try to edit this shit together.
Are you serious? You said you would.
Dude, this can be impossible.
Well, what the fuck?
Jake, throw on Dino.
I
Anyway,
gotta play my favorite.
Let's sign off.
Oh, for now. But I say we revisit it in like 2-3 hours when we're good and drunk.
Well, stay tuned, I guess.
It is called Beer Tunes.
Yeah,
I've only had like 6, 7, 8, 10 beers.
I only had 2 because last night I died.
Yeah, so we'll have to revisit this when we've actually had.
I wouldn't say we're sponsored by Hams, but this podcast is largely brought to you by Hams.
All right.
The slurred words.
Anybody who is listening, all 3 of you, thanks for tuning in.
If this isn't goodbye, we shall return.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.